But that's what we were kind of thinking of with Angie's mama was that they could have the bank could have been like, but the problem is he kept her on the phone the whole time where they don't allow you to speak to the
Well,
teller.
right.
You know what I mean? But you're saying the one in the GameStop, they kind of noticed.
Yeah, she had been in there, I think it was 2 or 3 times previously, and, she was buying gift cards, and, the lady was finally, I guess, on her 4th trip, was like, "I'm not letting you buy these gift cards. Like, look, you can go if you wanna go to another GameStop and buy them, that's on you, but I can't in good conscience sell you these gift cards because I know you're getting scammed." And she's like,
Yeah.
"No, they're for my grandson." And she's like, "You have spent $1,000 a day here on gift cards.
It's like,
You're
lady, ain't
getting
even Christmas.
scammed."
What you doing? Yeah.
Right. And,
Yeah.
she didn't let her buy them. She sent her on her way, and,
So I'm still I'm confused. Like the ones, what do they call it? The I guess the fake deposit or over deposit scam.
yeah.
Like I was telling you that she got hit, with I'm confused because if they do they get into your computer or you think it's on their end, they're showing you their screen once they're in your bank account somehow? Because what if you accidentally refresh in the middle of that is what I'm getting at. And then
I
them
I think it's on your computer. They're on TeamViewer on your computer, and they're changed in source codes. And then, I mean, I guess if you happen to refresh, then. But I do believe that with TeamViewer, you can lock the controls for one side or the other.
the team viewers giving them access to your computer. Is that what that's for? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's We use it a lot at my work for our CNC machines. The company we get them from, they do like hands-on training or fixes anytime we have an issue. So all I have to do is team view, like call them, get them on team viewer, and they'll dig through the computer and fix whatever problem we're having remotely.
I got you.
So that's what it's for most of the
So,
time.
so somehow they have to convince these people enough for one to give me access to your computer.
Yeah.
Wow. And it's the elderly, like I said. I mean, it's hard to think anybody that's, grown up around this shit would fall for that. You know what I mean?
Right. And another thing, as far as they really probably don't even have to say, "Hey, get this app so that I have access to your computer." I mean, there's probably not many of these elderly people that know what TeamViewer is or
Yeah.
does,
You don't know what.
you
Yeah.
know?
Well, like I
So
said, man, when that lady said that, right after the one got hit for 15 grand, and then she said there was a lady in there the week before got hit for 6 figures from these scammers. I'm thinking that's just in our little small town, and that's in that small bank. I can't imagine this shit worldwide. Just the billions, them scammers and them little dirty fucks.
yeah,
And like you said, they're preying on. And it's the bank lady. It's elderly women is who get
it
caught because
is.
usually a man's like fuck you, like
Yeah, I'm not paying shit, you know?
I was on the phone the other day with somebody, and it was a legit call, but they got to the point where they wanted my social, and I'm like, I'm not giving you my fucking social
Right.
security over this phone. Like, it's like that's how men are,
And
And
even if I know the call's legit, like, it may be from, an old credit card or something, and
yeah,
they're like, "Can you verify who you are?" Like, "No, motherfucker, you verify who I am. Like, you're calling me. What you talking about?" Like,
I wish we could. I wish I had access, like I said, to get one of these little motherfuckers, man, like your boy does.
yeah, that would
Um,
be awesome. I I don't I guess on the flip, like, as far as the bank tellers and whatnot, I don't know, like, what could happen as far as them preventing this, you know what I mean? Because you can't tell somebody you can't have access to your money, but there's got to be something, you know?
yeah. To me, if you're, I guess, personal enough with the bank and they're they're like, notice that you never do that. You know what I mean? Like for one,
Right.
when she went and withdrew $15,000 in cash, that for one, that should have set off some kind of red flag to the bank to say, hey, let's make sure, because if I just go out of town and try to spend a couple $100 on my fucking card, they're texting me. Now,
Oh
granted, this
yeah.
was a debit transaction. This was her walking into the bank and getting $15,000 out. But being that she's never done anything close to that before, you would think there'd be some kind of protocol and
Yeah.
Now, some people would bitch about that and say, what, are you going to question me about taking my own money out? But
Right.
I mean, in this case, this woman wouldn't have sent $15,000 to some prick overseas through Bitcoin. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because I mean, I guess at minimum, like it's like, hey, call the bank manager or something like, hey, this lady's here. She's, pretty elderly. She's withdrawing a ton of money that there's never been a withdrawal close to this out of her account. Can you talk to her? And it's like, pull her
Right.
aside into the manager's office. Like, hey, we're just trying to make sure that, all of this is legit. Nothing's happening. Nothing's going down, da, da, da. And even if it's not like an interrogation question in this lady, at least explaining to her the scams, like, hey, this is what they do. So if
Well, yeah.
this is what
Like,
you're going through,
soon
you're
as
being
that
scammed.
as soon as that lady in the bank heard that they said that they over deposited money in your account, she'd have known right there, right
Right.
fucking there. Because like I said, after the fact, she told her somebody got beat like that a week ago for 110,000.
Yep.
So that lady would have let her know. Well, hold on, man. What is he telling you to do with this money? Oh, go stick it in a Bitcoin machine at CVS.
Right.
Oh, no, 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 no. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that's not their job. But it just seems like they would have caught that. You know what I mean?
Well, right. Cause I mean, like GameStop lady, that's not her job. But
No, but she
she
knew.
just was like, I can't in good conscience let you walk out of here with this gift card knowing you are getting scammed. I can't do it.
Well, look, they
So
got the other one. I'm not gonna mention who it is, but the other one got beat out of $3,000, and they had her going to multiple gas stations on her lunch break, getting these gift cards to give them the gift card numbers, and she's doing all this. You know what I mean? Because she don't know any better. She thinks she really overpaid these people, or that they over deposited money in her account. So they got her going from gas station to gas station getting these cards. So
right.
they're slick, man. They're slick, and like I said, I
And
would like to think we're wise to this shit by the time we hit those ages.
well, and then like fuck these corporations. I got bills to pay. You
Well,
better
that's what I'm
call the
saying.
fucking bank.
These motherfuckers tell me they over deposited $15,000 in my account. Sorry.
Yeah, look, I'll let it sit there for a little while. You better call the fucking bank.
Well, especially if it's Apple. Like,
Yeah.
according to this guy, he was from Apple, and it was from iTunes. And oh, I accidentally put too much money in your account. Oh, sorry, dude.
Sorry about your bad luck, dude. Yeah, let me find out fucking Microsoft is accidentally depositing 15 grand in my account. Hey.
What's this person saying? A scam, child support. Well, I guess it depends on what kind of bitch you
Yeah.
pay it to, but what else? Insurance. Yeah, insurance is
Oh God.
a racket, dude.
It really is.
Because now that shit that's going on with all these floods and all that shit, it pretty much trickles down to everybody on the Gulf Coast. Because every time something like that happens, we get taken care of with insurance, but then they spread that shit out amongst everybody else around them to make up for that.
And speaking of that, so I'm on TikTok a fair amount, right? So when all these floods are going on in Florida when the hurricane just hit, right? There's people making TikTok videos, and a lot of them I'm hearing they over and over I'm hearing, we don't have flood insurance or we don't have this insurance, da da da. And the people that do have flood insurance, the flood insurance doesn't cover what like our flood insurance would here. Any structure built after a certain date, none of them said the date, so I don't know, but after a certain date, it has to be um like the bottom story apparently can't be like livable space, and if it is, then your flood insurance will only pay for the bare minimum, insulation, sheetrock, and that's it. Your flood insurance on your house out there will not cover anything that you have in the house because I guess it floods so much. And I'm like, well, what the fuck is the point of having flood insurance?
Yeah, but they make you have it. You know
But
what I
they
mean?
make you have it. And I'm like, so for
Mortgage.
what? Like, if I have to pay for all the other shit, you
Yeah,
know?
but you're not gonna fucking. Yeah, I don't know. So then people are what, getting fucked over there if they got.
Yeah.
Yeah,
From what I'm seeing on TikTok from people, like, I've seen, and I say a ton, I've seen at least 4
yeah, and that's
while it was happening that they were like, the flood insurance doesn't cover all this, da da da, so we're just kind of stuck in. And I'm like, shoo, man.
yeah. They said a lot in places over there in that flood, like they couldn't even get to these people because of the fucking, the it's like rivers over there. See, they
Still
got that
can't.
problem. They got the mountainous
Mhm.
region. So all that water's coming, like that. That shit has to go somewhere. It ain't like over here. And when we flood over here in Louisiana, it's just sitting water. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? they got looks like fucking like rapids. Man,
So it's washing roads away, you know.
Yeah,
Did you see the video today of the guy? So he was getting, I guess he owned a helicopter, which I guess he owned a helicopter, right? And had a pilot's license. So he helped a family or two with this helicopter because, like we just said, the roads are gone. So he flies over there, gets some supplies or gets them out, whatever they want, right? And
right.
so he starts getting message after message after message. Hey, my parents are stuck. My parents are stuck. My cousin and sister's stuck. Da 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 da. Can you help us out? No problem. So he's flying to these two. It's an older couple. He flies up on the mountain and lands. So he loads the lady and whatever she had up, and they take off. And he goes down to like the plains in between the mountain. And there's a search and rescue crew down there with the fire chief and everything. And they were like, "Hey, look, we got a spot for you to land." Da 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 da. So he drops the lady off. They said, "We'll block this road right here. We'll cordon all this off. You have a landing spot right here. Help who you can help, no problem." Well, before he can take off, I think the first guy he was talking to was the assistant fire chief. So the fire chief walks up and basically like, "You're done." Like he says, "If you fly through my airspace again, like if you fly and go back up on that mountain, you will go to jail." And he's like, "What the
And he's
fuck?"
over there rescuing people.
Rescuing people. And he's like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "You're interfering with what I've got going on down here." And he's like, "Well, for one, I left my son up on the mountain with her husband, so I'm not leaving my son behind. I'm going to get him." And he's like, "You do what you want, but I'm telling you, if you fly back up that mountain, you're going to jail." And he was like, "Well, do what you got to do. I'm going to get my son." So he went and got him. So he lands and he has to tell this dude, he's like, "Hey, I did drop your wife off safely down there, but they won't let me grab you. They will not let me come land back here." So he left and went home. And they're still trying to figure out answers from the fire chief of like, why the fuck would you shut this dude down when he's rescuing people off the side of the mountain? And then, so it was 6 hours, I believe, after that confrontation, they shut down the airspace. It was a restricted airspace after that. It wasn't when he was flying. There were no restrictions. And then after that confrontation, it was like a red flag airspace. It was completely shut down.
Yeah.
It's like these motherfuckers, like you out there trying to help out, and no.
Yeah, I don't understand how they can even. I mean, how do they think that's right? I mean, look at this shit. These people, watch this shit. I mean, look at that shit.
Oh, I hope not.
And like I said, we flood around here with these hurricanes and shit, but man,
we're gonna go up in the air. We have to, guys.
Man, look at that going.
We came quick.
That's why they
Love y'all.
They can't even get to these people.
Yeah.
Damn.
I guess you've seen the pictures of like the roads and what's left of them, but
Yeah, I seen
nothing.
like this shit. Let's see. I mean, look at the flooding going on. That's crazy. Everything looks like a fucking like a lake.
Really? Because like you said, when we do flood, the water like rises and then it drops. But out there, it's like the water is just flowing through like a high river,
Look at this clown here. This motherfucker, that's a woman, dude. Look at this shit. Ah, they're making it too.
So there is an exhaust.
Is that a Tesla? Is that one of them Model 3s?
It looks like a Tesla. I was gonna ask this. It is.
It is a Tesla.
Speaking of the Teslas,
wow.
did you see the video of that Tesla in that garage?
So
Where? Doing what?
Out there. They're warning residents. Basically, if you evacuated and you own a Tesla and it stayed at your house, let us know, because the water's rising on the Teslas and it's getting inside the batteries and they're bursting into flames in people's garages.
Oh, damn. Well, it didn't bother that one.
No, it didn't. But yeah, like I guess when it sits in water.
he wins. Oh God. He wins.
Bro, what do you do with that? You know what I mean? Just ride that shit out, man, and wait, I guess.
There with the 107
Yeah.
bridge.
That's the 107 bridge. He said, motherfucker, dude. I can't believe that Tesla was driving through that shit.
I know, but like that's why I'm so fascinated with like weather and shit, because it just amazes me how powerful like just everyday shit that you're in can be. Like wind, you know, you take wind and put it in the form of a tornado or a hurricane, and when it starts moving, it's just amazing how shit you don't even think about.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Joe. I got people talking to me when I got headphones on. I can't hear nothing they're saying. But anyway.
But just wind and water, when it gets to moving, how powerful it gets.
No doubt, dude. It's amazing. A lot of people don't respect it, man. That's why I think. How many people they said were dead in this so far?
So far, 147 is the last number I saw.
Yeah, and that's that they can account for, you know.
Because they still can, as you can see there, like how does emergency services get anywhere?
You can't get, yeah.
They can't get in there. And there's no cell reception at all. They're putting people on they're setting up like temporary cell phone towers, I guess now. They finally started to get up. So they're telling everybody to turn your phones off and turn them back on to see if you have reception. But I mean, it's been a fucking week. You think your phone's still not dead, you know?
Yeah. I tell you, all that money they send into fucking Ukraine, they better dump a shit ton down into that area, you know.
Did you CNN was talking about Trump earlier, because in which they sounded like they were kind of trying to put him down at first. They were like, you know, Trump's over there acting like the current president, you know, and getting briefings from FEMA, but he showed up with apparently tons of water, and he had a tanker truck of gasoline on the way and shit, like just to give away to people. And
yeah, Trump ain't stupid. He's gonna use that to his advantage. You know, he's basically like I was there before they were.
Yeah.
Exactly what he's doing, whether it's right or wrong, you know.
Well, I mean, look, if you're doing it, if you're saying you're doing it and you're bringing, you know, one case of water with you and you're getting out there and you're filming it, handing it to somebody,
and then taking it back.
I was out here, you know, that's wrong. But if you're really out there helping people and you're in his position, I mean, it kind of is what it is, you know.
I can see the politicians doing that, like bringing out case, taking a photo op, and then all right, we need that case back. We got to go down and take another picture. Look at this mess here, dude.
That's the lake. That's where everything went back to.
Wow. Look at the boats and shit. You can just see the size, but them little boats look like toys, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's just houses and.
Wow, them people got fucked up. Anyway. All right. Well, let's get the hell off. I'll have to end this.
Hell yeah.
Let's see.